Hey, what's up guys? Ocean here, coming at you with another video in our Budget Hero series. Before we begin, I just want to thank everybody for all the positive feedback that you've given us thus far. The likes, the dislikes, the comments, the suggestions, everything has been helpful. It's because of you guys and the rest of the gaming community that we enjoy putting out these videos. Now that I got that sappy message out of the way, let's get started. Today I'm going to be going over Arden. Arden is a hero from the Wilder faction. Arden starts off as a blue-based or rare forms character. In other words, he can be brought up to Legendary Plus and caps out at level 160. In the early stages, he fulfills a CC DPS role. As your team approaches mid to late game, he takes a step back from the DPS role and becomes all about CC. His ultimate ability is called Force of Nature. When activated, 5 lightning bolts at the enemy team. As the skill levels up, there's a chance that a single target can be hit more than once. I've yet to confirm this, however, it seems that the ultimate skill has a certain radius, meaning that certain targets such as Sylvana, who teleports to the back of your line, won't be hit when the skill is activated. Let me know in the comments section below if you find this to be true or not. At skill level 3, Force of Nature increases the damage of each successive bolt by 10%. The next skill on the list is Entangling Roots. Entangling Roots is a CC ability that roots an enemy target, preventing them from moving, dodging, or attacking, all the while dealing damage to the enemy target. At max level, up to 3 enemy targets can be rooted, in addition to the damage increase of the skill. Arden's last skill in his repertoire is called Shield of Thorns. When activated, an allied target will deflect damage they receive at the aggressing enemy. It seems to me that shield is a misnomer. The skill does not prevent damage to the allied target. The damage dealt to the aggressing enemy also seems to be based off of Arden's attack rating as opposed to the damage actually dealt to the allied target. Let's start off with the cons. Arden caps out at Legendary Plus, meaning that he can't go past level 160. Simply said, beyond level 160, Arden's ability to survive prolonged fights is dramatically decreased. The second con would be Arden's ability to deal damage. As your team levels beyond 160, his ability to keep up in the DPS department becomes non-existent, meaning the rest of your team will have to pick up the slack. The first pro is, in the early to mid-game stages, Arden is able to provide the DPS that your team requires, a la his ultimate skill and the Shield of Thorns. The second and most important pro is Arden's ability to root enemy targets. This ability, despite the fact that Arden cannot level past 160. Even though I started off describing Arden as a DPS CC character, as he approaches the late game, his role becomes solely CC. In fact, there are plenty of players who still use Arden in the late game. Arden's ability to deny the enemy team from taking any action is still invaluable, despite the fact he can't go past 160. Listen, Arden's ability root up to 3 characters is invaluable. There's no arguing that. At max level, he roots up to 3 targets at a time. That's 60% of the enemy team doing absolutely nothing. 60% doing absolutely nothing. For a lot of players, the fact that he can't go past 160 doesn't matter. All he has to do is drop his roots in the beginning of the fight and let the real damage dealers do their job. Hell, you team him up with someone with the likes of Tassi or Nomura, and you have an ultimate CC team. There have been plenty of fights where I have dealt with enemy teams that had Arden, Nomura, and Tassi, and I won't touch them. I won't touch that fight because I know full well I'm just gonna be sitting there. My guys are gonna be sitting ducks, and they might as well be picking their noses while the enemy destroys them. This is why a lot of people love Arden. He basically allows them to control the fight. It's all about control in this game, or in any game really, especially in PvP. You stun an enemy, they can't do anything. You root the enemy, they can't do anything. It's all about denying the enemy team action. You throw in the fact that he's easily obtainable. I mean, you have one of the titular budget hero characters in the game. So if you're new to the game and you do a summon and on the roll you get Arden, don't fret. You actually have gold. Just remember that. You have gold, and he will help you make your way to the end game. And unlike Sevius and the other characters that can't go past 160, he maintains utility. And with that being said, this is Ocean Rift, signing out.
The pixels, more pixels, I gotta have more pixels, I gotta delete them all, I think the coffee's working!